All right, we're recording now.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you for being here, Serbi, for the past 9 weeks. And you initially reached out kind of out of the blue to me, and we didn't really have a set internship program. Um, so kind of what was, why was Key Medium the place you wanted to intern at?
Yeah, so basically, first of all, thank you for having me and giving me this opportunity of this 9 weeks internship. So as an international students, already it is tough for us to even get an internship. And also we had pandemic. So it became like it was very crucial for me for my experience for as a career to grow. But on the other hand, due to pandemic, it was very uncertain. Now, so I believe that I love UX research. So finding a job for me also was like doing the same. I went through so many companies, but what I wanted was a company which works in UX and UI both, so that I get experience on both the things. And when I came across Key Medium, I saw the design process, the UX research which is done, the case studies, and also the UI part of it. So I was eager to like work with all of you, and also I saw the message in the join us thing that you're always looking for talents to be part in the to be the part of the team, and hence yes, I contacted you, and we happened to have a conversation of a month, and finally I got one.
Good, thank you, Serbi. Yeah, I'm sure that must have been really challenging, especially given the pandemic. Um, and so, what has surprised you about your 9 week UX internship experience so far?
Surprised is just the thing which is virtual internship. I was obviously hoping since 2014 to do this, but one-on-one internship wherein I get to know the company, the people, etc. So the surprising factor had already come into place before the internship, that it had to be virtual, like remote. So that was the main surprising part. The other surprise was I got one, first of all. So because of the time in which we are, and then in the 9 weeks internship, there was nothing like a surprise to me, but it was always like an opportunity to learn something new every day. So that was it. And I was each week of the day I was doing something new, working with different projects, meeting different clients, and just being in the meeting and listening also helps a lot to understand the company's values, the process, and the logic behind everything. So that was the thing.
Good. So, can you tell us about your happiest moment at work?
Happiest moment at work. Okay. Well, there are a lot. I think it's difficult to say one, but
Yeah, I get that.
uh, but the but the thing was, like, when we used to have our daily meetings, that was the time when I enjoyed the most, because apart from just working, I love to meet people. As I had said, I love to know their stories. uh, this is a backlash that I couldn't meet everyone in person, but just knowing them virtually and just working with them, collaborating with you and the team itself was a big happy moment for me, apart
Yeah,
from projects.
me too. It was important, kind of, just to get a sense of how everyone's mental health is every day. That's kind of the thinking behind that. And also for me, it could get lonely because everything is virtual. We shut down our office, right? And it just went virtual because of the pandemic. So
It's been
next,
challenging for everyone.
definitely. So next, what are a few projects you worked on that you really enjoyed, and why?
Okay, so I enjoyed every project because it gave me opportunity in the goals which I was looking for, the both UX and UI. But in particular, I loved to work with the project Workforce PHL. I know that it is not for right now, for not a particular client, because of what all happened before pandemic and the story which you gave me behind it. But I'm sure it will come into, life, the project later on. So that project was like, I started from, you can say, a scratch. Like from the start of the project, I not very very start, but of course the start of the UI process. uh, so it I thought that it's like the that lean method. It went into like, you have a research, you make up a prototype and you test. So it was something like that. So I really enjoyed iterating lots of high fidelity prototypes. It not only gave me the opportunity to just make the wireframes, but also think about the content. And it was on the from the both side, the employer side and the employee side, like how both of their perspectives would work. So it gave me opportunity to even go into the minds of employers. And also the micro interaction, I enjoyed that a lot.
Awesome. Hey, Destiny.
Hi,
Hey, sorry about
Destiny.
that. I turned and looked at my stuff and I seen I got an invite, so apologies.
No, no problem.
Derby, we were asking a bunch of questions. Oh, well, Destiny, we asked her were a few projects that she enjoyed, and she said she hated the workforce project because it was with you.
Destiny knows it's not true.
I kid. So, kind of, what type of support did you get in your internship?
I first of all, I got the support from, like, in terms of collaboration, I can say, like with different projects. It's not that the project was given to me and I was on my own. So understanding the WordPress how the WordPress works, how the Fedi Dividend tool works. So it was like, you gave me the task, put me in collaboration with Destiny. She gave me her experience of how these things works, um, and I could get confidence that next project, if I do this tools, I can use on myself and work on it without anyone's more of a guidance. So
Good. So you previously outlined your 5 learning objectives, right? And we posted that on the blog at qmedium.com as a spotlight. And you chose communication skills, design thinking skills, interpersonal skills, ability to take initiative, and design strategy skills.
correct.
So kind of specifically, which skills or abilities did you cultivate at Key Medium?
Just a minute. Sorry about
Sure.
that. Okay. So as you said, I chose communication skills, interpersonal skills, ability to take initiative. And then, so these are the these are the three skills which I think I advanced the most in. Why communication skills? Because I got this feedback from you also in the previous interview which we did, that you could see my progress in the daily meetings of how I could put my opinion on something and could give a solution and communicate properly with other members of the team as well. And also with the help of the workshops which we did with the employee cycle, it showed, it gave me confidence, and also think that I can communicate properly and can conduct a workshop myself also. And we have communicated in terms of email, so I didn't get any like bad feedback, but also I got a feedback when I made like a calendar update where I missed the agenda. So you quickly gave your feedback that you have to put agenda so that the other person knows what basically is going to be in that meeting. So and then I improved on it and worked on it more. So communication skills. In terms of interpersonal skills, I have worked I have worked with you, also with Destiny, and 1 or 2 meetings with Samaya, and 1 meeting with Katie. unfortunately, I couldn't work more on the projects with Samaya and Katie, but I got this opportunity to work maximum with Destiny. And I could say that in particular, I understood like how to balance when there is a conflict, and now I understand it more better. And the ability to take initiative was basically for the confidence. When I start with a project, how I handled it, do I complete it on time or do I not? So or how what are the like how the ride is going to, how the roller coaster ride is going to be. There are highs, there are lows in every project. I'm stuck somewhere, but then I get solution if I communicate more. So I was able to do that. I think so. I could take responsibilities.
Yeah.
Okay.
So on top of those, what are some sort of technical skill sets you might have picked up? Like you mentioned prototyping and user interface design, as well as web design. Did you also achieve any new certifications?
Yes, indeed, I did. I achieved, actually, the SEMrush, I did complete the whole thing, but I wasn't sure that there was a certificate at the end, which I should have taken. But SEMrush was the first one, which I
The SEM
completed.
for search engine optimization and marketing, right?
Right. So that was my first one, which I completed the certification, and I understood about the audits in a much more better way, where it is a part of information architecture. So hence I advanced my skills in that, I can say, in totality. Uh, After which I took the course of Google Data Studio. It was difficult for me. It is still difficult for me, but I uh, personally think or believe that with more practice, it can be, you can have more confidence in using that software. Google Analytics was not easy or not difficult for me, somewhere in between. But going and doing all these three courses helped me ultimately advance in audit or in analytics or in data visualization. So where I was before, I have seen my growth in that, from knowing nothing to at least something. So so that was the thing. And in terms of design skills, I used Figma in my previous projects, but I advanced my skills in micro interactions in particular. So that was the thing.
Awesome. And how about accessibility and inclusive design?
Right. So I got this opportunity for making the accessibility presentation with Destiny. And we could also, like, we got this opportunity to go into the YCAG thing, the rules and regulations about it, be more sensitive towards accessibility when we are designing a prototype, and understand all user groups in general, and not to, and be to be inclusive. Yeah, and also I presented that accessibility overview in front of the employee cycle clients. So again, that gave me understanding that I should be more free while I'm presenting, and not that, conscious while doing it. That was the feedback, but overall it was good, and I would take this knowledge and do this in my further projects as well.
Awesome. Super important. So next, can you give some future interns advice for a successful internship experience?
Well, I've never given anyone advice, but thanks for asking me. I can just share my experience though, but saying that it's important to listen, because just by listening, you would get yourself a lot of experience. Second thing is, maybe my experience says that ask questions, a lot of questions at the right time, so that it does not cause like problems when it is at the end of the project, so at end of the task. So it's important to communicate well enough if you have any kind of doubts or anything, and ask your seniors or or you. Like in our company, we have Destiny, Samaya, they have their own experience. We have you, and you have your own experience. So just asking helps a lot. So that's my experience, and that's what maybe they can adopt when they are in the 9 weeks internship.
That sounds like advice to me. Does that sound like advice, Destiny?
That sounds good.
Uh, so your final project involved creating a user journey map for your internship experience.
Mhm.
Would you like to take a moment to share it and just kind of share any last thoughts you may have at all?
Sure. I mean, I still have to complete a last bit of it, like a half an hour, but still I have worked a lot on that. So I will be able to share it and
Sure.
show. So, okay. My computer is acting weird.
I could see it.
Okay. So I am sorry for this. My laptop, I don't know, something has happened and it's just,
It's okay. You could drop the link in here.
okay. If someone can open it, it would be great. Thank you.
1 second. All right. Here's the story before it looks like.
Right. So, as I said in the starting of our call only, that this was a short story before like contacting Key Medium. So for me, finding internship was basically like doing UX research, and it was a bit of a coaster ride. And in such a time where we are all facing a pandemic, and like as an international student, it becomes more difficult. But while researching, I came across Key Medium's website, and while looking for this opportunity, I wanted to work in both like UX and UI sector both. So
Right.
hence I contacted you and we started having conversation. And on the right, I have my user journey of 9 weeks.
Mhm.
So the blue ones basically are the phases, uh, and the yellow sticky notes are the tasks given in each week. As briefly as possible, I have kept. The yellow dot ones are the opportunities or the gains or the opportunities in this internship, and the red ones are the pain points uh, during each phase. So I have noted my onboarding process, my like the opportunity where I got prototyping, researching, certification course,
Mhm.
ability, like opportunity to meet and talk with clients, go to community meetings. Also, I got this opportunity to work on the social media audit and posting blogs on social media, which basically I've never done it before. So so I did that as well. So I think I updated week 6, week 7. Yeah. So the last 3 weeks are remaining, which I'll be completing now.
Yeah. Okay, so week 6. So you're still working on that, right?
Right.
Nice. Okay, yeah, this is really helpful, Serbia, and I think it's also helpful um, with all these entities that you just got to listen in on, from everything from the Think Company to uh, a handful of clients, as well as everybody. This is good to see here. Uh, Thank you so much for sharing that and preparing that.
Thank you. And I'll be completing it so that I can then share it in Jira for internal review.
Yeah, and also one thing I'd like to do is potentially get this recording, have Destiny chop up a couple pieces of it. So I just want your quick permission to go ahead and be able to make this public.
Sure, no problem.
Thank you. Yeah, this has been really good. Destiny, you want to talk to Serbi? Any um, sort of feedback for her, or just like shoot the shit?
Oh yeah. Me and Strawberry often shoot the shit. So, uh, and I've given her feedback throughout the entire, experience, and she has also provided me with feedback. Um, I thought it was a really insightful experience, and it really encouraged me to also like kind of like working with her, encouraged me to do things that I not have thought about doing. So I really do appreciate that. Kind of helped me uh, with my own personal like my own personal skills, my own personal values, and etc. So I really appreciate this experience with Shirabi, and I'm really looking forward to seeing more of her work. And she's very talented, and like I said, it's a give and take relationship. So seeing her work ethic, um, and being able to just work with her, collaborate with her through the course of the experience has been I'm very privileged. So thank you.
Oh God, I've never. This is like I'm too much of a like a good thing, honestly, because I'm not used to it, as I've said to you before that only, like before. I actually it's my this thing to work with you because you have an industry experience of 3 years or more than that, and I this is my first time inside any industry, so to have like a kind of a like a mentor figure is very important to have, and I consider you as one. So it has been great collaborating with you, and also learning your ethics has helped me to progress in my own journey as well. So I'm thankful to you as well. And I appreciate it. And I enjoyed collaborating with you in the entire journey. I learned a lot.
Awesome. Yeah, that was very beautiful words from both of you. Yeah, so yeah, I hope to be seeing you in the future again, Serbian. Hope everything goes well with Jefferson. Do you have your courses sort of mapped out? It's your last semester.
Yes, so I have my thesis, the main 6 credit thesis, and it's going to be a lot. I've already completed my research phase. So this is a phase where we start off after the problem statement. So it's much of like an ideation phase where you do the ideation and then test it. So this is going to be very challenging for me because I have never worked with AR, XR, or any of those umbrella terms. So it's going to be challenging for me. And I'm not sure whether I will be able to do it or not, also because of the COVID things. If I will be able to go on to the campus and work, I will be able to do it. But only working from home, I don't have those kind of hardwares, the gadgets. So I am not sure about that part. So I'm looking for my thesis, and this is going to be my ultimate thesis. I called it ultimate because I have been in this college thing for like 5 years architecture, 2 years of my PG, 1 year of my PG diploma, and 2 years of my master's. So I'm finally completing my college life.
Nice. It's a journey indeed.
Yes, so, and we'll be working with the professional life, which I always wanted to. So it is
Nice.
it. And so
Awesome.
I would like to like thank you first of all, like for giving me this opportunity to get this internship, because that was the first task. Without like getting the internship, this everything wouldn't have been possible. So I appreciate you trusting me that I would be a fit in the company and would understand the values of the company. And because of you, I was able to meet Samaya, Katie, and Destiny. So
Good. Along with a number of clients, I hope as well.
yes, that's true indeed.
It was my pleasure. I'll be here if you need anything in the future, like a recommendation letter of some kind or anything. I'm gonna pause the recording now.